Hello everyone and welcome. If you'd ask me to talk, explain and expand about Lineage 2, I assume that this video could take about 2 hours in length, and even more. But I'm not here to talk about Lineage 2, I'm here to talk about the classic. This video has been made and created to give the basic information for a project preparation called Classic Europe, developed by 4Game Innova, and why you should join and experience it. I want to share the feelings of 10,000s of peoples and players around the world. Okay, so what is all the classic about? Let's go back a little in time. At 2003, the Korean gaming company NCSoft released the first beta version of Lineage 2 named Prelude. Following the dazzling success of the official version, the first full version was released named Chronicle 1. The popularity of the game in the East gained a worldwide reputation as updates kept being released into the game. However, at some point, there have been a gradual notable decline in popularity. NCSoft continued to release new versions of the game, but these failed to gain the same popularity as the original one. Lineage has lost something big. In my opinion, it's lost its own charm. There are some options and opinions regarding of what happened exactly. Some say that the reason was adding the camels into the game. Some say that was making the PvP systems look like a Star Wars. Some say that interlude version was the last good version that provided the best experience to the players. From later patches, people weren't enjoying game anymore. Not from the scenery, not from playing together with friends, it was actually the opposite. All they wanted was the fastest way to get stronger, to rule, to win, and then probably quit the game. In addition, after the failure on new version, NCSoft has released a version named Goddess of Destruction that is so much big difference from its purpose. All this didn't help to NCSoft, and at the end they choose to listen to their truly players who made sure to express their feelings about the last failing updates missing the touch, and to take care of the old versions, with hope that one day it will come back to them. Now let's talk a little about NCSoft. NCSoft main company located in Korea, and as a subsidiary named NC West, located in the United States, and it also considered as a destination of European players. A year ago, NCSoft took a note of the requests and complaints of their customers and decided to build a project Classic server. The purpose of the Classic server is actually to bring back players what they were looking for, going back to the original sources. NCSoft has been thinking about everything. They knew that if they will remake a new Chronicle 1 server-like, players not necessarily will join due to the old interface, the old gameplay and the features, and even the graphic that may be considered as a high quality 12 years ago, but now it's just a poor graphic. Therefore, what they have done first is using the available interface from their last version until a year ago, Goddess of Destruction, which can offer a refreshing modern details without the additions came that change the gameplay style and essence. Actually, the whole updates has been done from Chronicle 1 to Goddess of Destruction diffused, except some minor features. However, NCSoft North America chose to not following the Koreans about opening a new classic server project. There are some rumors about the planning to remake their own classic server, but it's just never announced. Meanwhile, NCSoft Korea has released the first official classic version, Age of War. A big professional gaming company from Russia, 4Game Innova, received the classic files from NCSoft and actually started to provide the classic experience to the Russian community. Do not forget that 4Game Company is an exclusive publisher of NCSoft, getting their full support. Like the Korean version, the Russian server is pay to play also. The success led to go forward with the classic project progress, and NCSoft has been released a new expansion for the classic named Age of Splendor. Age of Splendor expansion is just actually more similar to something between Chronicle 1 to Chronicle 2. Okay, let's do a comparison to describe the Classic in a better way. Third class profession is not available in Classic. The towns Hain, Aden, Goddard and Ruin are not available. The only available bosses in Classic are Core, Orphan and Ant Queen. Biome will become available at the expansion Classic version, Age of Splendor. Soul Shot and Spirit Shots for servitors and pets are also not available and will be added at Age of Splendor version. Neither S-grade or A-grade available. B-grade weapons are the top equipment. Sets and jewelry B-grade will be added also at Age of Splendor. Weapon special abilities and shadow weapons are not available. Symbols and tattoos just work different comparing to Interlude. Same as Olympiad, Subclass and Noblesse. Don't worry about the Siege. It will be available at the expansion, Age of Splendor. Clan level maximum is 5. Wall 7 signs aren't available. Some of the items, zones and skills are existing and others just doesn't exist or work different. The skills are not exactly the same skills. There are lots of skills that some of us doesn't even know. Some skills has changed their name and or their description, some just didn't change at all. I can't explain about every single skill just because I believe it deserves more attention and time. The tactic of the gameplay in Lineage are not relevant to the Classic gameplay tactic. Almost everything and anything has been changed at every situation, both PvP or PvE. Made it important to note that dual boxing is permitted, but 4-game innova team is preventing bots with a custom bot protection. As I said before, in Age of War there are no 7 signs, no siege, but at Age of War Splendor the map, skills and some few features will be added in attempt to make things look overlaps to something between Chronicle 1 to Chronicle 2. The experience rates are just unbelievable. But look, I've never played in such a thing like this or even closer. If you had told me I would have to play at such a rate like this, I probably would have laughed. But there's the main reason why I made this video, to explain to you and what I and tens of thousands of people have realized. It's all about matter of proportion. What impulse to level up faster? There are no reason to focus on achieving top levels, items and odd objects. There is no pressure atmosphere. There are a unique, different ambience, atmosphere and more vintage feelings. Go with a friends or two to make a party, crafting a D-grade sword and be happy. Save soul shots. The game is very difficult. Each death decreases 4% experience, which is completely hours of training at advanced levels. But nobody is expecting anyone to go alone to practice. Time is not necessarily as you think. The only feature you need is desire. Now look, Classic is an old play, but much more modern and refreshing. The fact that you pay to such a big company providing the assumes, knowing you're gonna keep watching and playing with your own character even 1 year later in this amazing world with more thousands of quality community which speak and talk English. The European Classic will gain in future the game updates to keep establishing the will to play and knowing that there is always more to go and things to be done. Okay, that's all guys, I finished. Sorry for my accent, hope you guys got the message. I'm Maman, thank you and goodbye. Hope to see you all at Classic Europe as soon as. By the way, please share. Thank you and goodbye. I will see you at the coffee shop tomorrow. Bye bye.